The prostate. Okay. And anything that we didn't see, if you specialize, you can also. Hey, good morning. Now getting ready for a gig, and this is what we got. We got a massage table, computer equipment, books, CDs, drum, healing gear, and we're actually going to fill the morning up. This is the healing area. Sue, #1 helper, signing up, the big guy, and so Linka smudging down the neck. This is Newcastle, Australia. That's Linka, our helper. Sue, our helper.
Hello.
We're set up inside. We got
nice space that we have
work,
rent.
and we're selling books and CDs. And I like to just have a little song for breakfast. See how we look there. Hey, good morning. It's Two Feather here. We're in Newcastle, Australia. This is at NSW, New South Wales. We're doing a gig here called the Spirit Fest. It's a very nice 3-story building. It's really big and very nice. You got Jayu Tall here and Primo Diva. So we're here having some breakfast. This is day number 2. We're set up inside. We're doing healing work, and we're selling books and CDs. And I like to just have a little song for breakfast. See how we look there. Right there, ready to go to the next gig. And we got the living room there where we did the teachings this weekend. And that's how we get to the festival. There's a healing area. So I came through driving one car and made it, barely. Now my car didn't make it last time because the spare driver got bogged in the water. But I just walked the river, took my clothes off and walked the river, and I know which way to go. So we're in Australia following some of the Aboriginal elders out to their mission. Except they don't like to call it a mission, but they all call it a mission. So I don't really know what a mission is. To me, a mission is a big hall where everybody sleeps at, you know, dormitory style. But another person said it was a community, so I don't know where we're going exactly, but we're going to where the Aboriginal people are there. Yeah, the healing hands wouldn't be so good for classroom kids, but the first one, that would be great. Just read them a chapter in, you know, a week or something like that. Yeah. We're leaving the bush, heading back to the town. And this is like the little light stuff, man. We've been through some pretty gnarly stuff. Like right here, all of a sudden, here comes all the mud and stuff, and the bridge crossing, and look at all that mud. Oh, huge splash. Turn that funny highway. I mean, this is the first paved road we've seen in the last 10 days.
That's right.
And right over there got some ponies. Wise guys. So here we go. We're gonna get on down the road. Roll the window down, Lika. There's the road down there. So we're gonna just head on out. Yeah. Right or left? I don't know. Flip a coin. Heads we go left. Tails we go right. We'll figure it out from there. Gotta give me a Kit Kat.
I'll get a newspaper. Later, I'll get a newspaper. Open newspaper. Give out a newspaper.
I think he's gonna get a newspaper. He thinks we're going to another festival, but we ain't. This is somebody's stuff. Yeah, somebody's stuff out on the street, and what happened is they just got kicked out of their house. Gypsies, yeah, these are gypsies right there. Okay, Andreas just come off of the healing table now. As you drive down, he's been worked over for some neurological situations, and now I've readjusted his body. One leg was shorter than the other, activated his immune system, fixed his back and his neck. Can you say anything, Andreas, about how you feel now?
I feel very relieved.
With this beautiful bookshop and a coffee shop down there.
Yes.
And we just met with William, and it's looked good.
Thank you so much. Kind. Yes.
And this is András, back from Budapest.
Yes.
I'm running with this beautiful bookshop
Yes.
and a coffee shop down there.
Yes.
And we just met with William.
So we're here in Budapest.
And it's looked
with the
good.
accounting firm, and we're figuring out how do we do this. So our fearless leader come up with a wonderful suggestion, because we're, say that again please, we're out of country, and say why we're paying zero.
By cultural services and this consultation and teaching, this is out of WET, because you do the service out of Hungary.
And what is
and the other, this is the healing, this natural healing, this is the activity is out of. It's equal that you do it in Hungary or in any other place.
now?
So it is in Hungary out of zero
So
I'm sitting here in Budapest, being nice to these people, you know, because they're pretty cool. I'm showing them the book. And Junior over here says, what? What'd you do me? I'm like explaining it to him, you know, best I can, you know, that I come from a different
would
place.
you like to do me?
That's what you would say.
No, that's what you said exactly 2 minutes ago. So
I meant it another way. But
no,
another way.
no.
It's some Hungarian humor. So
Yeah.
we're having dinner and some fun. Okay, here we are in Czechoslovakia, and this is I don't remember exactly where it is, but there's some architecture. You see the nice structures here. Very beautiful place. And now I'm looking for a connection for my iPod so I can listen into it in the car. For the ending of this little Two Feather has breakfast at 5 p.m. Nice Apache style, well, Apache necklace. It's got turquoise and buffalo bones, and we call this one chance. Because if somebody was sneaky enough to come up from behind me and want to kill me by cutting my throat, I got one chance because they'll cut the necklace. And during that one chance, I'll have an opportunity to save my life. Even though they have the knife, media exposure in Korea, so that's what I'm going after next. So I've already submitted to 10 publishers, 10 of the largest publishers in Korea, so I've seen one of them already, and there are 2 more responded to early next week. Don William. Welcome to Carnival. So we're in Denmark, in Copenhagen, at a place called Bella Center, which is near the airport. And this will be the 3rd day of the show. We've been doing very well. People are signed up for healing classes, to learn healing. People are signed up to get healings. We have several classes, and right now we're having the last day. So, get the gear, and this is the room here called the boat hotel, because these rooms are like a boat. And hello, we're in Denmark, Copenhagen, and I'm doing a teaching tonight on medicine wheel. And we're here at a business college. And in this bag is everything I need: books, chief sitting bull, some woofer, some CDs, everything. And so everybody got the emails like about 3 hours ago about where we're having the lecture at. So we'll see who shows up, but it's going to be a good teaching. So let's go break a leg. So danjo.
rattles, I can't say slow down, so it went a little bit. Like this means you stop.
Yeah.
Slow down, stop.
When I say slow down, what
You're getting, okay, if you're singing, you're not stopping. Sing, then you stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Singing, stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then touch and stop.
Yeah. Good.
Singing, that's how we travel. One driver, one guy. Now the manager went ahead to Berlin to go set up the next gig, and I, Two Feather, will continue on to Budapest and take all the paperwork until it's finished. Ho! So there's Yasna. There's our Earth Angel. His name this time is Axel. Axel's a really big guy, and he has a nice ribbon shirt on, some tall buffalo moccasins, and he's decked out, ready to go. So, there we go. Well, we are finishing up another gig here. That's Lenka cleaning up, and that's Sue out there cleaning up. There's still a little bit of stalls here. Hey, there's Dave Peace. Hey, Dave Peace. All right, Dave runs the market here.
I'm one of the. I'm one of the committee that set up this market. Yes.
Right, and the market is basically to serve the community, and
it's a community-run market actually.
Right, and you're supporting the growers and the community.
That's right, and we've tried to make a different market model by bringing in a wider range of food-related products.
Right.
And more food to eat, and so we've made it a place for the community to meet and talk, which is what's needed in that. For the local community to be strong, we need to talk together.
And so I've noticed you've had a couple of challenges here, you know, by some other outside influences, and what you're doing here is a good thing, you know, for the growers and for the people. What's the problem? On a good note, things are still going, and
this is a new market. It's only been going 2 years. It's a great market.
3 years. Oh.
2 years.
2.
It's only a little market. It's a new market. It's the most successful startup market in the Shire, and we've changed other farmers' markets to look more like this. Their rules and regulations say that you've got to be a farmer to be in a market.
Right.
But here we have a wider range of things. We've allowed people to come in as long as they're small local food businesses.
Right.
You know, and so we prefer small over large, and so biodynamic over organic over non-organic, and as we go on. And so we try and make it as wide as possible.
Yeah, and our spiritual needs are also food as well.
That's right. That's why we welcomed you.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, Dave Peace. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we got a couple of stragglers left over, and last little stall going down. It was all full of stalls earlier here. And the stalls went all the
very
way down
honorable
to the end of the
bird feather is duck. Duck feathers are strong, they're tough, and actually the Hopi people highly revered duck feathers. Very highly revered. It's very honorable. There's only 2 types of feathers that we do not use in psychic surgery and faith healing, and that is the feather from a vulture, the feather from an owl, and black colored feathers. Anything that's black, yeah, we don't use any black feathers on healing work. Now, owls are real iffy, but if you're dealing with dead and dying people, then owl is appropriate medicine because they can see in the dark, and that's when you're in your time of darkness, and the owl can help you out by using their night vision in there. So this is one way of doing it. Now, the reason why I have this feather out is because there's a few different ways of doing this. So we think of the tip of this feather right here and see how it bends? Okay, that's the part about that much that I'm showing you right there. They can start taking this mucky stuff out. Usually it's kind of gray, yellowish green, kind of pussy, dark black stuff. So what you do is you go in like that, and you grab a little bit on the edge of the feather, and then throw it up. So in order for this technique to be effective, you need to audibly hear the movement of the feather. And that's another reason why owl feathers don't work very good, because owls are silent flyers and it's very difficult to get a noise out of an owl feather. But, and then I disrupt again and come in, here, here. Now if you're doing it up here, it's not going to do no good because you got too much distance between the client and the feather. You need to get right down in there without touching the client, as close as you can get. And come in from the side, come in from the top, come in from the bottom, both legs every once in a while. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you to you.
And just your first name.
Marta,
And you're from what country?
Mexico,
And where are we now?
in Denmark.
Okay, you just came off the table with a very long healing, maybe a couple of hours, and one of your legs was very much shorter than the other one.
Yeah.
But now they're even, so tell me something about your feeling. You've walked around now.
I feel very comfortable to be able to put my right leg, my right feet. I can feel this having some weight. It's very strange because I'm so used to not have this feeling, so it's pretty comfortable. Yeah.
So now your feet are like solid on the ground. And before you could feel that one foot was carrying more weight than the other. Now both feet are carrying pretty much the same weight. Okay, very good. Wonderful. Well, that's good news to hear that you had some weight on both legs now. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you to you.
Hello, we're here in Copenhagen, and I'm getting ready to leave the country after a year and a half of traveling with the books. You studied with me in Enlightened Healing, is this correct?
Yeah.
And your profession, please?
I'm a medical doctor. I'm actually a general practitioner and
Practicing now.
practicing, and I'm the doctor at Christiania works once a week, and I've been very, very pleased to meet you, and
you.
your teachings have been very excellent, and I'm very pleased I have had the opportunity to join you and help you with healing sessions. Very, very, very good experience. I can recommend you. Surely I can recommend you to anyone.
Thank you. And you've been in the healing room together with I working on clients, is this correct?
Yes, yes, right. And you are very, you're doing it in a very respectful way. So.
Oh, but you've been in the healing room, in the classroom with me. Thank you. This is 2012 in October.
Yes. And I'm looking forward, I hope to see you again.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Doc. Bye-bye.
Good. Bye-bye.
Okay, back in America. Yes. This is Las Vegas. And a two-featherized room. Oh, imagine that. Getting these bags all ready for the next trip. You get the nice outdoor swimming pool.